All right, welcome back to the Fishing Formula. This is Dave Sharp again. We're moving on. We're moving on in this fishing formula to the result. What product can get them a result? Result is what it's all about. Or is it? I don't know. What do you think? Well, we got to go back to that good old P word that we talked about earlier. And it's actually the PP word, right? It's present pain, okay? What is the present pain that somebody's dealing with? This is a slide that I showed you earlier in this fishing formula course, and this is really what it boils down to. Who is the target person that you're targeting, and what is their present pain? And what product, what course, coaching program, what can solve that present pain? Okay? It's all about pain. It's all about really solving somebody's immediate and present pain. And, you know, when we're looking for products, we want to make sure that not only the product, but also the marketing targets in is specific to that issue. You know, that, not particularly speaking to somebody's goals or aspirations, because everybody has goals and aspirations. Remember, we've talked about this earlier in the course, but what are the pains, and does the marketing of the product speak to those pains? And then, of course, does the product or the program itself solve those pains? And that ultimately is the result. That's the result that most people are looking for, is they want the pain to go away. And when the pain goes away, that's when the pleasure comes into play. So I've got a little 5-step sniff test that you can use when you're looking for products, and then we'll get into more specifics of where those products are and where you can find them. So the first part of the sniff test is product value. Does the product have value, and do people want to buy it? If not, people are going to be underwhelmed and they're going to refund, and that's going to be a major drag if you do a bunch of sales and they all want refunds. So on top of, what I was just talking about, first and foremost, in terms of the pain and the marketing, which we'll talk more about here in a second, again, because it's so important, but the product does need to have value. So if there's nobody that's talking about the product, there's no testimonials, if there's no buzz about it, then it may not be something that you want to promote. A lot of people think, a product's saturated when they see a bunch of people talking about it. That's not the case. That's usually never the case. That's a big fat myth. Saturation is not, it doesn't exist until, there's 8 billion. Like it never, I was going to say until 8 billion people own the product, but I've never ever ran across any product ever that didn't still have selling potential. You just got to go find where the demand is. Most people who say, something's oversaturated, just don't know where. They've got plenty of the supply, right? They've got a link ready to sell the product, but they just can't find out where the demand is. And that's where this fishing formula comes into play. Making sure you're targeting the right people, making sure that you know where they hang out at. Okay, so the product value is really important. And usually a great way to determine whether there's product value is if other people are promoting it, if other people are ranting and raving about it, if other people are talking about it, if there's testimonials. Okay? Margins. This is the second part of the 5-step sniff test. Are there high enough profit margins from a sale or multiple sales from the same customer? I talked about that a second ago, right? The ability to be able to earn multiple commissions from one customer, right? Because the company that you're promoting has a sales funnel itself. So again, let me start over. Are there high enough profit margins from a sale or multiple sales from the same customer that you can make significant income without needing to sell hundreds or thousands of products each month? Do they have upsells that they offer customers that could increase your earnings? You can't beat the math. If there's not enough profit to cover the cost of your advertising, leave you a profit at the end, you're going to go broke faster than a kid in Chuck E. Cheese. And I don't know if you've ever seen a kid in Chuck E. Cheese, but they go broke fast. So again, we go back to the idea, first and foremost, of the 3 ways to make money in a business: getting new customers, doing repeat business with customers, selling higher ticket products to customers. It's nice to be able to find companies that you can partner with that have, at least 2 or 3 or maybe all 3 of those pieces covered. But it's also important to understand the business model that you're in. And just by being in affiliate marketing, selling information products alone, you've got a huge advantage, which is information products typically come with the ability to pay more of a commission to an affiliate because there's less overhead. You make or record the product one time, and then you can sell it over and over and over again. Sort of like this course that you're in right now. I recorded it one time. I host the videos in Wistia. You can host them in Vimeo. You can even host course videos on YouTube, make them private. And then I can resell the course over and over and over again. So we have affiliates here, and we are able to pay them a more significant commission because our overhead is low. There's not manufacturing and, physical locations and so forth, right? So you already have an advantage by using this business model. And it's also something additional to keep in mind when you're looking at products to promote. Now, one last thing that I'll say on this. It's not always good to find the company that pays the highest commissions. And I have personal experience from this before because I've actually created products and paid 100% commissions on before, and the company didn't really have a lot of money to operate on. So if you're going to, I guess I'll say that it's important to try to determine what your strategy is. Is your strategy sort of jumping and finding any random product to promote and just kind of promoting things randomly each month? Or are you looking to more partner with a company and promote their product or programs on an ongoing basis? Because if you're looking to actually promote and partner with a product and promote them on an ongoing basis, or at least have them as a regular first or second serving in your product offering, then you want to make sure that the company also has money to be able to operate. That's all I'm saying. And if they're paying you all the money, then they're not going to be able to do that. It's not normal that you're going to find that. Most companies, take a piece and they pay the affiliate a piece, right? It's pretty standard. 30, 40, 50%, 60% commissions, somewhere within that range is typically what you're going to see. Tracking. This is the third sort of piece to the sniff test. Does the affiliate program have A, solid tracking links, and B, how long are they good for? Now, going back to A, this means that once you refer a customer, do you get paid from everything they ever buy or just the first purchase? Companies make lots of money from repeat customers buying products over and over again. And if you're the affiliate who referred them, you need to know whether you're going to get paid on all the sales the customer purchases or just the initial sale. Now, let me stop before I move on to B. It's really, really typical in the affiliate marketing industry that you only get paid on the first sale. So if you're able to find a company that pays you on everything the customer ever buys, that's a big bonus. Okay, so just keep that in mind. One of the ways that it's a win for many companies to have an affiliate program is that the affiliates essentially bring them customers. And then they didn't have to pay to acquire that customer. They pay that affiliate on that initial front end sale, and then they go on to sell, to keep all the money that they ever make from that customer. That's actually typical. Now you might be saying, well, hold on. Now that I understand the real details, that's not fair. Well, it that could be argued, right? Because you're not continuing to serve the customer. You're not continuing to provide customer support, and you're not playing a part in new product creation, et cetera, right? But it also could be argued, hey, it'd be nice that if I brought you a customer, you paid me on everything they ever bought. So again, that's why I say if you can find a company that's going to pay you on more than just the initial sale, it is a bonus. That's why I'm going through this information for you, so you can have an idea of what to look for. Also, B, how long are the tracking links good for? We typically will call these website cookies, and they're used by almost all major advertising platforms to track a visitor's activity. Okay, so you'll see this now a lot on websites. They'll say, hey, we use cookies, accept our cookies. It's not cookies that you eat, it's website cookies. I don't know, I could easily look it up probably quickly, but I've never even questioned why they call them cookies. They just do, and they typically track somebody's activity, and they're often used for advertising purposes. Again, this course is not about cookies. It's just good to understand what they are. A cookie is like a little way that a website will kind of tag a computer, like an IP address. Every computer has an IP address. It'll tag it and say, okay, you're here. And then, like, if they come back, they'll be like, oh, you're back. They recognize them. That's probably a really horrible definition of what cookies are. Is all I know is, in terms of affiliate marketing, sometimes a tracking link can be good for 30 days, 60 days, 1 year. And why this matters is because if you refer somebody clicks on your affiliate link and you send them to an affiliate product sales page, you want the tracking cookie to be good for at least 90 days in case the company retargets them via Facebook and Google ads. If the cookie lasts over 90 days and it's not overruled by the company link, you'll get the sale. If it is overruled by the company, they could easily make a sale that you initially referred and you won't get credit for, right? So, I mean, I've always, in any affiliate program that I've always ran, had cookies that last for a really long time, a year plus, and then we'll make sure that affiliates get credit in every way, shape, or form that we can. And most companies are going to be pretty good with that, right? They're going to say, okay, our affiliate tracking link cookie is good for 30 days or whatever. So you're not usually going to run into problems with it, but it's just something to kind of be aware of, right? Like, how does my affiliate tracking link work? Like, if somebody clicks my link, okay, they click my affiliate link and they get tracked to me, okay, that link puts a little cookie when they land on the website. A little cookie says, okay, this is a customer that was referred by David. Okay, cool. So then let's say they don't buy, but the company all of a sudden, maybe the company is somehow they got on the company's email list, and the company is going to start sending them emails, right? I want to still get credit for that sale because I referred the person. So if a cookie is good for, say, 90 days, a tracking link cookie is good for 90 days and it's not overruled by the company links, that means for up to 90 days, unless they click on somebody else's affiliate link and then go to buy, as long as they don't do that, because usually it's a last touch system, meaning that the last affiliate link that they clicked and then go to the order page and buy, that affiliate is going to get credit. So if I send a visitor and they're tracked to me and they land on the page, the sales page, the company's website's going to go, okay, their tracking platform's going to go, okay, this person belongs to David. They're good. That tracking link is good for 90 days. Oh, that person also came down here and subscribed to the company email list. Okay, cool. And we're sending them follow-up emails as well. And that person buys on day 89, even 90. Okay, we're going to pay Dave that commission. But if they buy on 91, then Dave's not going to get the commission. So again, not a huge thing. most companies have, it's like really standard. A company's not going to get a whole lot of affiliate support if they don't treat their affiliates well. But it is important. That's why it's included one of the 5 steps to the sniff test. All right. Marketing material. Is there high converting marketing materials and sales funnels for you to convert more sales? Are there upsells, downsells, cross sells, also known as second and third helpings? We'll get to that here in the couple of next episodes here in the Fishing Formula. Do they have a sales team who calls the customers that you refer to try to convert them into higher price and more advanced services? Do they host webinars and events to earn you higher commissions? An affiliate program's marketing material can be just as important for you to consider as the value of the product, because if you don't convert sales, it doesn't matter how good the product is, it won't sell. And so this is sort of what I was alluding to a few minutes ago about, does the marketing material really, really poke at the pain? And does it sell the relief to the pain? As you're going through this training specifically and learning direct response marketing and learning copywriting, right? Which there's a whole entire section here on that. You're gonna begin to be able to really tell if somebody's got good marketing, and you're also gonna, as you promote different products, you're gonna see, oh, this one promotes really well, or excuse me, this one converts really well, this one doesn't convert as well. Analyze the marketing. Look at it. Why did it not convert? Where are they falling through the cracks? Okay, you chummed the waters. You got them to click. They went to your landing page, bridge page, but then they just didn't buy. Okay, well, the place that they're falling through the cracks is the offer, right? The product. It didn't sell them. So maybe the marketing material is not strong enough. Maybe it doesn't poke and prod at the pains enough. Maybe it doesn't relate, and maybe it doesn't tell a powerful enough story that helps them to the customer to really see themselves using the product and see the product being the solution to their problem. Because just as I'm teaching you to use that hero script in your own marketing, even as the affiliate, good marketing, the actual product owner who created the sales page and sales video should also be using hooks, headlines, stories, hero stories in their sales video. So marketing material is really important. And also, as I mentioned earlier, how deep is their funnel? So once somebody actually buys that initial product, do they have any second helping upsells, third helping upsells? Do they have any phone sales team that's going to get on and potentially talk to customers to try to convert them into higher programs? Do they host webinars? Do they host events? And again, when they do these activities, it's just good to understand, okay, do I get paid on it? Do I not get paid on it? Right? Now you're starting to understand the inner workings of this business. And I'm telling you, like 99.9% of people just don't know this stuff. That's why it's so important that you're going through this information. Last but not least, this is a big one, and I really think that a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on the first 4, but not on this last one: integrity. Does the company have a good reputation, treat people right, pay people on time? Integrity is everything. It's everything in this industry, and it's even more important in this industry, in the online industry, because people have trust issues. There's no other way to say it. Like, people have trust issues, and for good reason. They got trust issues because there's a lot of scumbags out there. There's a lot of people doing dirt. There's a lot of people screwing people over. There's a lot of people who hype up products and then their products suck. The courses suck, So, also, everyone doesn't have your best interest in mind, so you need to be careful who you partner with and promote, because if you choose the wrong partner, you could lose a lot of time, money you might get back, but it could also hurt your reputation. We talk so much. We've talked so much throughout this course about, trust and how all these pieces of this fishing formula build trust, that hero story, the content that you create out there when you're chumming the waters, getting them to come to the boat, right? Getting them to come to your sales funnel. All of these pieces, you're putting in all this work, which is absolutely going to pay off as long as you're partnered with the right product. But if you have an awesome business as an affiliate and you're doing a great job, and then you're sending people to programs and products and courses that are run by people who just don't have any integrity, like, it can really hurt your reputation, and it's so easy to lose trust, and then it's hard to get it back. So it's just important to, vet, just make sure that the people who are running the product, the owners, and we'll show you, I'll show you here in a second, a couple of examples of how you can do a bit of research and even reach out and talk to if you have questions, typically you can get it in touch with the product owners and so forth, ask questions, do your due diligence. You're not dumb, you got into business, you didn't get stupid. It's not like you just fell off the turnip truck. So, everybody, I think, has a pretty decent built-in BS detector. If your BS detector is going off in a major way, then it doesn't matter how much of a frenzy, or even if it appears that people are making money promoting a product, don't get involved. Because as you're going to learn in the compliance section also, you also are at risk if you're involved in operations that are not up to standard or don't have integrity. So it's just, again, it's about playing the long game. All these other pieces are important, absolutely, but the integrity piece is not to be overlooked. So let's talk about researching, modeling other affiliates, and then also testing offers. Okay, everything's a test, and your first initial, whenever you go to promote a product, that's how you need to think about it. You need to think that, okay, I'm going to be testing an offer. All right. And even if the offer doesn't convert right away, this fishing formula is I'm giving you this formula so you can go back again, as I've said before, and look at each category and say, okay, did I drop the ball in this section, or did I drop the ball in this section? And it's pretty easy to tell if you're moving people along through these various phases of the fishing formula and nobody's buying. Well, maybe it is the offer, right? But if other people are successful as affiliates and you see people buying the product and you see buzz around the product, then it's not the product. It's something that you're doing in one of the previous stages of the fishing formula. So one way to find products is to just Google the niche name and then Google affiliate program or best affiliate program, like best weight loss affiliate program. And I mean, I'll go over here on Google and I'll show you just a really quick way to find out if there's an affiliate program on a site. All right, so just as the example that I just gave you, best weight loss affiliate program, that's one way. You've got different blog articles and stuff that are going to come up, high paying affiliate programs. I mean, there's some due diligence that you can do. I didn't even come and pre-vet this, so I'm just kind of randomly doing my research just kind of right in front of you. But look, I mean, weight loss affiliate programs, Weight Watchers, did you know that Weight Watchers has an affiliate program, right? So, I mean, if we went and we looked at Weight Watchers here, just put that in the search bar, here we go, learn about our affiliate program. But if I was to come to Weight Watchers, and this is kind of a good example, if I was to come to Weight Watchers and I was to just, come to the site as a regular visitor, I'm not going to even really probably see the affiliate element of the business, because that's not their product. Usually what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to scroll down to the bottom of the site, right? And I still may have a difficult time finding it. I'd really have to kind of probably dig in here a little bit. Help, news and special offers, our company. There you go. So right there, boom, our company, affiliate program. So I can click on that, brings me here to this page. to where I'm going to get some information on the program. Partner with the most trusted name in weight loss. Earn money the easy way. Join the WW.com affiliate program. Our program is free to join and easy to set up. Increase your revenue by connecting your visitors to WW, a brand with over 50 years of experience developing safe, easy to follow weight loss plan, right? So what a lot of people don't know is that, pretty much every company like in the world, from Amazon to Walmart to here we're on Weight Watchers, has an affiliate program. And usually exactly what I did is exactly how you find if a product or a company has an affiliate program. You just go to their website, you scroll right down to the bottom of the website, and typically you're going to see, okay, here's their affiliate program, right? Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to show you is how to look on platforms like ClickBank, JVZoo, Max Bounty, and search for best performers. So let's head over to ClickBank. So when you first land on ClickBank, and this is right at clickbank.com, obviously you're going to sign up if you're not you don't have an account here yet, and you got to go through a bit of a approval process on ClickBank, and don't get frustrated if you get declined right away. Keep trying and be honest and provide them with the information that they're looking for. Don't try to be slick or anything. But once you get an account, you can log in, and this is what it looks like. You're going to click Marketplace. Okay, so up here on the top, you're going to click Marketplace, and you're going to go in here, and you're going to see all these categories on the left. Okay. So these categories are various different categories of products that you can promote. And one of the things that you can do if you go into, for example, if I can find here the make money on, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what category you're in. I can show you this this ability to be able to search via something that they call Gravity. Okay, so obviously you can search for keywords and specific products, and you could have done that on the main page. So if you're looking for something like hypnosis or quitting cigarettes or quitting porn or diabetes or weight loss or whatever, like make money online, affiliate marketing, you can obviously search those specific keywords. But this Gravity is a tool that you can use to be that ClickBank essentially uses to say whether a product is making a lot of sales and has a lot of activity. Okay, so if I want to come in here and say, hey, show me the products that are in this particular category above a ranking of 100 Gravity. It's gonna show me. So in the e-business and e-marketing, this turn text to speech is a Gravity of 209. This is obviously, I have a drop down here as well that I can search by Gravity, high to low. So now you can see that there's actually an offer that has a higher Gravity than that. Okay, it's got a 212.96 Gravity. Click Wealth System, 2020 BizOp offer. Okay, so this is the way that we're going to, typically just find the highest converting offers on ClickBank. And again, let me go back to the marketplace home page here. Let me go down here and look in health and fitness. Okay, so we've got health and fitness. I want to do rank by Gravity, high to low. So this custom keto diet seems to be the product with the highest Gravity. You can search around. They obviously rank them here by rank as well. So this is probably a good product. This Resurge, I've heard of that. That's a good, diabetes freedom. There you've got 100% commissions. Now the reason why that company is probably paying 100% commissions is because they're paying 100% commissions on the very front end product that they buy, but possibly not on other products. And I don't know. if I wanted information about this specific product, right? Say I was in the diabetes niche or the health niche, right? And I wanted to just send an email out to my list or record a video on my YouTube channel about diabetes for anybody that might be dealing with that issue. It's obviously a popular product. A lot of people are buying it, and you know, they wouldn't make a product in a niche that wasn't, you know, didn't have a lot of potential buyers. But if I want to learn about this product, on this particular link right here, I've got two things. Okay, I've got the affiliate page, which I'm going to click on here in a second. And I've also got affiliate support. So it actually gives me an email address right here that I can email if I want information about the offer, about the company. I want to get a hold of them for something. I have a problem with signing up or getting approved to promote this product, you know, whatever my issue is. So now let me click on the link, because I can click on this link, and this is where I get to go in and start doing a bit of research on the actual product itself. Okay, so let's see. Is it going to give me any information about if I'm getting paid on, you know, if there's any upsells or anything? So 100% commissions available. We believe in your success. We've seen many affiliates make 5 to 10K a day. Here's how it works. Contact us for 90% commissions first. Okay, so they're asking you to email them. Simple, send an email to our affiliate manager at the address below to approve your account for 90% commissions for each sale. You'll get 90% all through the funnel, whatever you do, until you hit 100 sales a month. As soon as you hit 100 sales a month, email us and we'll enable 100% commissions for you. That makes me think that there's a okay, awesome upsells with 75 to 90% plus commissions. Okay, so that makes me think that there are upsells, clearly, or second helpings, as you might call them here in the fishing formula. And those might not quite be 90%, but it looks like you are going to get paid on them. All right. So cool. So pretty simple. Gives you right on this page all the sales pages, right? So you've got your main VSL is video sales letter. So it's just like a long sales letter on a sales page, but just put into video form, right? So I can go over here. I can check out the page. Right? I can watch the video, which I love doing this. Like if you're not watching sales videos, to look for, you know, these important pieces. Is there a hook? You know, obviously this video right here, I can tell right off the bat is starting right in the middle of a story. Like right, you know, great storytellers always say start right in the middle of the story. So it's starting right in the middle of the story, and I'm sure it's a fantastic sales video. Okay, warning: green veggie causing type 2 diabetes in millions. You know, what green veggie? You know, as the person who has diabetes, I'm going, what green veggie? Right? That's a pretty good curiosity-based headline. All right, so I can scroll back through here. I can keywords if I want to target keywords for ads, ad headlines. You know, a lot of times, these affiliate, you know, product owners will give you various different resources and so forth. So they'll help you out. And a lot of times what you'll want to do is take these resources, whether it's, you know, the ad headlines, you know, so they're giving you headlines to use, you know, in your various, you know, down here, right? These are the ad headlines. This is all just information. They're also giving you landing pages. So they've got some different tools and stuff here. So, you know, there's usually tools in various different information and so forth with every offer here on ClickBank. Okay, but now back over onto the actual marketplace itself. So you can sort of see that if you want to promote a product, you will click promote. And, you know, if you want to use a tracking ID, like, okay, I'm going to be, you know, running this is a campaign I'm going to be running in, you know, January. I might press January or type in, you know, January or whatever, and then it's going to generate my affiliate link. Okay. And now that's going to be copied or I can just highlight it and copy it right here. And then that is my link. And if you'll notice, when I go and I paste that link into my browser, it pulls right up a sales page. Okay. So that is why we teach landing page and bridge page, because, most of the affiliate programs, especially on sites like ClickBank, and these kind of sites that have lots of different products, and they basically, ClickBank handles the tracking and they handle the sales payout and stuff. They make it easy for product owners to be connected to affiliates. They don't provide the landing page. So if you want to actually build your own email list, you need to build that on the front end. And that's why we teach you to do that through this course, because if you just go out and just start randomly pasting these links on the internet, not only are you not going to build an email list, but likely you're missing that big piece of both collecting the email, building your digital database, your email list, and also that opportunity to include that hero story on your bridge page. Okay, so I'm glad that I pasted that link in to show you that. And of course you can go and can check that out as well by going and grabbing any of these links and kind of browsing around a little bit. This is one of the best places, even if you end up not promoting products on ClickBank. For example, ClickBank is one of the best places to kind of go and see what's working, like not only what's working, but also there's a lot of good copywriting on here. There's a lot of good copywriting on here, and it's just a great place to just kind of see what's working, what's converting. Typically marketers, product owners who post products on ClickBank, they usually test their offers quite a bit. So, these various, you can look at, because you can basically click on the link right here, and you'll go right to the sales page that they use for that product. Like this sales page, I don't know what this is. This doesn't really use direct response marketing principles. It's basically a website. I'm not going to promote that because people are just going to come and just click around and, just no. There's no, I need to find a product that has, that has a direct response style page, because this is what's proven to sell. And this is a direct response long form sales letter. So I showed you a second ago what a video sales letter was, or a VSL. This is a sales letter, which in some respects, these sales letters are kind of like, they're kind of like when you see one, it's like seeing a dinosaur, because so many people use video sales letters nowadays. And again, a video sales letter is just somebody reading the script of the sales letter and just turning it in this sales letter into video form, But anyways, again, this sales page is using direct response marketing principles, because, there's one thing to do on this page. You land on this page, great, attention grabbing hook headline up at the top. You scroll through, you read, you see the testimonials, the bullet points, all this kind of stuff, and there's one thing to do, right? Buy the course here for $37 or leave the page. That's it. There's nothing else here for you to do. So this is a good direct response marketing page, and it's probably also why I searched business investing, and I searched by gravity high to low, and this was here at the top. Wood profits. Sometimes you might scratch your head that why is that in that particular section, but sometimes you gotta kind of search around a little bit on ClickFunnels or ClickBank to kind of find different products. Interesting offer though, right? Wood Profits. Go to the affiliate page, check it out, read about it. You can see, okay, this person's got other offers, right? And I'm familiar with this Ted's Woodworking. So if I was somebody who was promoting, an offer in the do-it-yourself niche, like kind of, putz around the house and build shelves and fix toilets and build sheds and stuff, and work on my cars and build sheds or build little wood projects out of my garage or whatever. Like, this is perfect. And I showed an example of this in a previous episode of the Fishing Formula. I talked about that Buck's Woodworking, and this Ted Woodworking was the exact offer he was promoting. So now you've got 3 offers. You've got the Wood Profits, you've got Ted's Woodworking, you've also got Ultimate Small Shop. There's 3 offers that you could promote, and you could promote them as a first helping, first offer that a visitor sees in your affiliate marketing funnel, and then you could promote these other 2 as second and third helpings in your email follow-up. And I'll dig into that in the next episode of this Fishing Formula. But so you can kind of see how you put the pieces together, right? Once you start clicking around, and it's really fun and interesting to see things from the affiliate side of you instead of just from the consumer side of you, right? You begin to see, wow, like, this is how sales are made. This is how people generate customers, like, it's really an amazing partnership when companies create products and then they say, hey, we'll pay you guys an affiliate commission to go out and send us traffic. You turn clicks into cash. For this particular product, right, they're outlining on this Wood Profits product, they're outlining what the commission structure is. So there's a front-end $37 product. There's a first upsell for $29.97, a second upsell for $39. And if they say no to that, what that downsell means is they'll offer it immediately for $29. So, if the person says, no, I'm good on that in the upsell funnel, they'll say, okay, wait, how about for $29? And then you've got a third upsell, $49.97. They do the same thing. They take $10 off. You get 75% commissions on the front end. So this front end $37 product, and then you get 50% on all the back ends. These would be considered the back ends. That gives you a potential total of $80 per sale after ClickBank fees. About 45% of our customers upgrade to the upsell offers. So, right, you're getting some information. You can see down here that they've got these various banners and stuff. Usually if you click on it, it'll give you a way to get some code. I guess you just, I don't know what that is. Maybe they want you to save it onto your computer or whatever. You can start using these banners. All you need to do is save them, upload them on your site, and link them using your affiliate link. Okay. So they've even given you customer demographic information like gender. Like 95% of people who are interested in this course are male. 25 to 65, ethnicity, 85% Caucasian. That's interesting. So 85% of their customer base is white, 10% African American, 5% Hispanic and others. Average income, $85,000 or more. That's kind of interesting. Home ownership, 91% of people own homes. So you can see, like, do I want to write an ad? Hey, attention apartment owners. No. Attention homeowners, right? Countries, United States, Canada, New Zealand, United Kingdom, Australia. So if I ever run ads for this, like, these are the countries that most people buy. And then the interest, these people tend to be interested in woodworking, DIY, right? I've said that, do it yourself, home improvement, survival. Additional interest, woodworking tools, woodcraft, woodworking, routers, workbench. Okay. All right. So they're also giving you email templates. So you've got an entire email swipe here that you can kind of, you can model it. I wouldn't particularly recommend doing it word for word, but if an affiliate was going to use this, enter in your own hero story. If you want to be great, if you want to be an awesome affiliate, buy the product, right? Buy the product, go through it. That's always a fantastic way to, it's $37, like so many affiliates, and it's not required, but it's like, do you want to make a lot of sales and have a great hero story that you can say, hey, I was looking to learn how to build wood. I needed a hobby. Like, I was working 80 hours a week, and, I was like ready to pull my hair out, and I had no hobbies, and I realized I was a work addict. And, God, I'm telling my own story here in many respects throughout my career. Like, sometimes I just find myself working so much. Fishing actually became my hobby. But anyways, like, you could easily buy this product and then sort of create a story around it. I was a total newbie. I had no idea how to make anything in my garage. And quite frankly, a lot of times when I picked up a hammer, I'd end up dropping it on my toe. And, every time I banged a nail in the wall, I'd hit my thumb. I was just a disaster. But I wanted a hobby, and I enjoyed woodworking. And so I bought the Wood Profits product, the course, and I thought, oh, this isn't going to be able to teach an old newbie like me. But it did. What if you even made something? I'm just trying to give you ideas to help you to be a better, more effective affiliate. And of course, there's always also, if you wanted to randomly just test this product, the ability to go on a site like iStockPhoto and buy an image of somebody. To where now all of a sudden you've gone over here to iStockPhoto, okay, and you've bought, older man in wood shop, right? Let's see here. Oh, it said overman, older. I could probably just put, man in wood shop. I don't even probably need to put the older here, but man in wood shop. Here's a good old guy. Here's the guy that I want to be the spokesperson for my business, right? I got all these different pictures. It's sort of like the Buck's Wood Shop example that I gave you, okay? I gave you this example earlier. It's sort of interesting. I didn't plan even on, looking into a woodworking product, but I gave you this example earlier in this section, this fishing formula training. But I could easily, this is obviously a royalty-free image of this guy, okay? And they've clearly got, a story that they've written about Buck. So you can also create a hero's story for a product that you pick or want to promote for basically a pen name spokesperson that doesn't really exist, but it's sort of like having a mascot for your product. That's another example, in Buck's story here, as those of you that know me, you can probably already tell I'm much better at woodworking than I am at putting together a website. I've been, this is clearly a savvy affiliate that's writing this. You know what I mean? I've been woodworking since I was 14 or so, learning from my father as he built furniture for the family. I learned to love the smell of sawdust downstairs in the basement as he worked, and gradually came to believe that I could build anything I wanted from the accumulated skills he taught me. As I got older, I began to notice the difference in quality and craftsmanship between store-bought furniture and the furniture that my father built in his shop. Yes, my father held himself to a much higher standard, and the furniture and his projects he built were clearly designed to outlast anything you could buy retail. When my father passed away, he left all of his old woodworking tools to me. Most of the products that I build are now built using the same tools my father used for over 50 years. I continue my father's legacy by building furniture for our extended family and get a great deal of satisfaction from teaching others. But once again, thank you for visiting my website, and feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you, right? So what's fun about this is that we're able to look at this from the marketing standpoint, right? Not the consumer standpoint. And from the consumer standpoint, it's like, oh, what a sweet guy. Like, I want to learn from old Buck, right? But from the marketing standpoint, we both know that, like, somebody wrote this ad. Somebody wrote that hero story. That's essentially a hero story that was just written for this guy who's clearly using a royalty-free image, who put up a Facebook page, remember? Put up the Facebook page, was dropping various different, the main strategy that this guy used was not particularly free Facebook marketing, but was paid ads, like we teach in the Decade in the Day. Okay, so this affiliate Facebook page, Facebook ads, drove it to that site, and that's Buck's story. Somebody lands on that site, and they go right from here to this. Basically, this is kind of a glorified landing page, right? Well, darn it, who's Buck? Let me go up here and read about him. Oh man, works with his father's tools and loves to teach people how to do woodworking. I want to learn from him, right? Let me go back to his site. All right, boom, take me to the plans. All right, I'd like 150 free plans. Fantastic, right? I'm speaking as if I'm the consumer, right? Oh, okay, loading. Ooh, excited. Gonna go over here to Buck. Wow, hold on a second. And then we land on Ted's woodworking offer, right? This is the Ted's woodworking offer. Let me refresh the page because it'll. So Ted's woodworking. Well, hold on a second. That's the offer here that we're is the same person that built this Wood Profits has also Ted's woodworking, right? Now here's the affiliates page of Ted's woodworking. So do you want to be an affiliate for Ted's woodworking? Because you could set up a process the same way that affiliate set up a process, just like he did for Buck there. It's fun. It's fun to look at this from the perspective, again, as a marketer, as an affiliate. And, because people every day are scrolling the internet and seeing these offers, right? And, they have no idea what affiliate marketing is. They have no idea what any of this stuff is that I'm showing you. And just some regular person just like you set up the campaign and set up the various, mechanics and the dynamics of the process, and in there making money. They're making affiliate income. They could be making a couple of sales a day. They could be making a couple hundred. They could be making a couple of $1,000 a day or more, right? That last affiliate product, one of those programs, they said, hey, we see people making $5,000, $10,000 a day promoting our little woodshop product or our diabetes product here from ClickBank. So anyways, it's fun, and I hope that gave you a lot of insight into the backside inner workings of choosing a product, and vetting it out, and also all the resources and information that will typically come from that are available to you when you're doing your due diligence and you're looking around for a product. All right, so let's look at another site. There's a site called MunchEye, and see what upcoming product launches. You can go here and see what upcoming product launches are happening that you may want to participate in as an affiliate, or find various products that you can promote. It's specific to the Make Money Online niche only. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in one of our marketers here inside of Legendary Marketer. His name's Dan Kahn. He's a young marketer. He's actually from Singapore, and he's a member of our community. He's a client here. We've had him on the Wake Up Legendary show. Cool kid, and he's going to just give you a quick overview of MunchEye and how MunchEye works, and then you can really just easily click the little icons on the MunchEye site, and you can go and get information about products, and he'll give you a couple of words of warning and stuff like that. This is just another place that you can find products, and these are more specific to the Make Money Online niche, whereas some of these other sites you can find products in lots of different niches. So here's Dan.
Sup, Dave? All right, yeah. So you come to this website called manchai.com. So yeah, there are tons and tons of products that are launching every single day. Now, if you are teaching inside of Legendary Marketer, right? Warrior Plus, not the best um quality, a lot of it. But there are vendors that I know that put out good stuff. So I stick to them. If you want just specifically make money online, then this is where you get the products from. So if I want to let's say I want to promote Moshberry Shop Espresso relaunch, and then I click on it, right? And then you click on the JV page, okay? And then you click on the Warrior Plus affiliate link, right? Then if you have an account, right? Like this is the account that I have right now, one of the accounts, and you just request an approval, right? And then you write a note. So if you're a beginner, and then just say, hey, just be honest with the guy and say, hey, I would like to promote this, right? And then say what kind of traffic you are using. You know, you're not going to you're not going to use spam traffic. So you're going to use proper traffic from YouTube or stuff like that. And then yeah, then just request the offer. And once it's approved, you will see your link appear here.
Okay, welcome back. Now, let's move on. So here's another really important thing that is good to do. It's smart to do, and it's to find others that are in your niche and sort of reverse engineer the offers that they're promoting. And you can easily do that by going on to YouTube. I already showed you how to do that earlier in the water section. Like where do your target customer hang out at? You can go on these various different sites, Facebook, YouTube, and you can search in groups, and you can search YouTube channels and stuff, and you can sort of see, okay, what are other people that are creating great content, good edutainment content. They're doing a good job chumming the waters, bringing people to their channels and their profiles and stuff. Like, what are they promoting? And what are the funnels that they're using? You can also get a good idea by reverse engineering their offers. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with modeling. There is something wrong with like ripping off, copying. Like, don't do that. But that's plagiarism. And, hopefully about plagiarism. You shouldn't do plagiarism. It's not cool. I think there could be legal liability with plagiarism. I'm not a lawyer. Consult your lawyer. But the same way that you wouldn't want to be ripped off word for word, don't do that to others. Because typically, I don't know what you believe in, but I do believe in business karma. It's typically what goes around comes around. So modeling somebody, saying, okay, how are they chumming the waters? What is the bait they're using? What is the funnel that they're using? And then what products are they promoting? There's nothing wrong with going and learning from other marketers. Going through courses is one thing, and you're going through my course here, but I'm also telling you, get out there in the real world and do your own research, right? And look at what marketers are doing. Part of the getting set up and start fishing with free bait section, where we're going to give you campaigns, we're going to show you how to set them up, we're going to show you other marketers that are using them. We're going to show you. We're going to have marketers that are going to show you sort of these processes and do exactly what I'm talking about. But again, throughout your marketing career, looking at other marketers instead of just waiting for somebody to tell you what to do, looking at other marketers and modeling what they're doing is huge and can't be understated how powerful that is, and how quickly that will help you to at least begin going in the right direction. All right, so I want to give you a pro tip. Don't get constantly caught up in what's shiny and new, meaning new products, new programs, new companies look, there's always going to be something new and shiny and a new launch. There's been so many times that I've said no to things. Like, no, I'm not going to participate in that new product launch, or that new ground floor this, or this brand new that. Marketers are always hyping things up that, oh, you got to get in on promoting this product as an affiliate, like it's never going to be an opportunity like this again. And you got to always ask yourself, what consequences going to come from this, particularly from my audience. You know, if I'm constantly promoting something new all the time, and you know, sure, you might think the more products I promote, the more money I'm going to make. Not particularly, because you have to really combine the value that you're giving, just stuff away for free, trainings away for free, resources away for free, content away for free. You have to combine that with selling stuff. You know, Gary Vaynerchuk, the sort of legendary motivational marketing dude who's always yelling on social media, wrote a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And the premise is the jab is the delivering free value, and the right hook is making an offer. So you jab, 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 and then you right hook, right? I think there's a lot of truth to that, right? So back to the pro tip. Don't get constantly caught up in what's new and shiny. Find some good, solid products to promote and work to improve your part of the process to bring more traffic to the offers, all right? Often it's not the offer that's the problem. It's that you've screwed up one of the earlier stages of the phishing formula, and you need to go back and dial it in. If other affiliates are succeeding selling the product, then you can too. Okay? So remember, always look at what you're doing and where you can improve before you think that it's something outside of yourself that's going to solve it for you. Typically, if you're having a challenge selling one thing, you're likely going to have a challenge selling the next thing. It's not really the thing that you're selling. Again, it's something that you've screwed up. And that takes a big person to own that and to come to terms with that, be cool with that, and allow themselves that patience to improve their process. There's a lot of marketers who've been in the game for a long time, and it takes them a while to succeed. You know, they just have to get comfortable in their own skin. They have to, you know, they have to work on their hero's story. They have to get better at chumming the waters. You know, those are the pieces that oftentimes people, you know, they honestly, they struggle with, right? And that's why you got to keep creating. You got to keep testing. That's the game. That's why this section is called test. Testing is so important. Everything in marketing is a test. Across most industries, a 2 to 3% conversion rate is typical if everything's dialed in. So, I mean, even 1% is not bad, meaning that out of every 100 people that actually see the offer, not just that, you know, land on your landing page, but that actually come to your landing page, opt in, bridge page, and then go and see the offer. You know, 1 out of every 100 people. That's not bad, but 2 to 3 is about average and even pretty good. You know, I mean, you start getting into 4% and above, you've got a home run. You know, so that's what, you know, you should. I guess I wouldn't say that's what you should expect, because expectations are resentments waiting to happen. But it's, you know, lower your expectations, and instead of saying, I've gotten 2 people to see the offer, why hasn't one of them bought? Well, because if that was the case, it'd be 50% conversion rate. Go and figure out how to get more people to see the offer. You know, that's the goal. You need to have so many people seeing offers, and it's totally possible using the strategies that we're going to show you, particularly in the, you know, get set up and start fishing with free bait section. We're going to show you strategies that work. You know, we've got marketers in our community that go through this course that get thousands upon thousands of people to see their offers each month. So tens of thousands, you know. So I don't want to set expectations that that's going to happen right away, but it's important to like stay the course and be patient so you can get, you know, ramp up. And then if they don't buy right away, right, you still got them on your email list so you can follow up. Okay? All right. So let's talk about the second helping piece. What else can you solve for more money? I'm excited to show you how to turn one sale into 2, 3, 4, 5, even 100 sales. It's possible. I'm going to show you how in the next episode. I'll see you there.